This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
Before I open this case, it reminds me that Sir Ashutosh's one statement that the law is neither a trade. I'm representing the writ petitioners and the CAN applicants who are also the writ petitioners which are filed. Therefore, all these CAN should be.
Matters in which is the
in a list,
therefore, it's very important. It's just I was going through and learned a lesson. The law is neither a trade nor a solemn jugglery. This is a living science. And in the truest terms of the words, the duty of science, as Saraswati said and subsequent judgment, is to find out the truth, go to the root. And while the Honorable Constitutional Court is considering that the basic duty and responsibility to all of us is to ensure that the constitutional morality and principle is upheld, bereft of any other consideration. Number some of the Top can be like
and can 70. Can 44 and can 70. Those cans have not been allowed.
All these cans needs to be allowed, otherwise it will complicate and multiply the proceedings.
A date was said that by this time those who come, they will be given entry. That was pointed out in one.
It's not correct. It's not correct. All these cans before your Lordship are the cans who are writ petitions are pending before this court on the same issue. Therefore, when the
how can they be already allowed?
Our objection
can which were allowed and which request you allowed.
I give it.
Can 2, can 7, I shall hand over the list. Can 22, can 48, can 49, can 53.
Give us that list.
I shall give the list. It's a type করে দিতে পারছো না? সব না একসাথে টাইপ করে দাও। I just hand over the list. These are allowed, তাই তো?
না না এগুলো দুটো allowed. Can 2 or can 3 allowed?
It allowed লিখছে এখানেও?
হ্যাঁ, can 2 allowed. শুধু 2 or 3 allowed. Only can 2 and can 3 allowed. Number of applicants.
Allowed কোথায় লিখছে?
By which order? That is also mentioned.
Only can 2 allowed.
Can 2 and can 3.
Can 2 and can
3 is allowed. 873.
Yes.
Not allowed. Subject to malad. Not allowed. Subject to malad decision. Allowed.
Anyway,
maintainability not allowed.
So that these technicalities would not stand in the way, for considering justice. Now, we have also used and supplementary affidavit in Can 2 to show these are all.
No, not due to.
I think
already it is already
all the documents which are referred to the documents of the primary board. No new document, no secret document.
Hold on.
We have access to those documents.
Yes, I will give it.
They are required to file opposition to the CAN. They will be taking a stand.
Already disposed of. Can 2 is already disposed of. Can 2 is already.
Now,
Can 6 has been allowed.
Can 2 allowed.
Can 2 and can 3 does not feature.
Number of
Can 2 has been allowed.
Can 2, can 3.
Can 2 and can 3 perhaps has been allowed.
Yes. Let me rely on can 2 and can 3. Not can
2 and can 3. Which has been
allowed. Can 2, can 3 also discloses that there has been cross nepotism, rank jumping, and manipulation.
These all good.
These all hits the.
We will sort it out.
This all goes to the basic question of the violation of Article 16. That if anything is done in violation of Article 16, there are a series of judgments. Even a person
Mr. What is the first address us on this point? on the basis of this pleading, how far a person can go. On the basis of the pleading,
Lord, on the basis of the, that's why I started, Lord, with that, Lord, the quotation of sir.
you must uphold the constitutional.
Yes, now, Lord, on the basis of the pleading, if your lordship gets one indication, then my lord will definitely to try search out the truth, and that truth is from, Lord, the statutory bodies. Lord, we are not fighting, Lord, one individual against another. These are all, we are challenging, Lord, the actions of the statutory bodies who are, Lord, trustees of the constitution, who are, Lord, there to uphold the principles of constitution which they have failed. Now, Lord, I just take your lordship, Lord, few paragraphs of the pleading. দেখো দাও মুখবুক না পেপার বুক অনটা কোথায় এগুলো তোমাদের তৈরি থাকো না তোমরা
কি দেখতে আমার পেপার
কি তুমি তো আমাকে দাও প্লিডিং গুলো ক্যানের
ক্যান টু দেখাবে
চারটা হোক দাও দেখেছো তোমরা তৈরি নাও
স্যার আমার
তোমরা কেউ তৈরি থাকো না খালি বক বক করো
ক্যান টুটা দাও স্যারকে স্যার কপি দেওয়া নেই ক্যান টু
আমার তো ব্রিফ গুলো কোথায়
আপনি 220 থেকে সব করতে থাকুন
affidavit of মানে স্বামী তোমরা না চলো চলো কাইন্ডলি কাম টু দ্যাট ক্যান টু
পেপার বুক অন
আমি তোমায় ক্যান টু দিতে বলেছি
ক্যান টু পড়ছে ক্যান টু
খালি বক্তৃতা করবে কাজের সময় থাকে না ক্যান টু paragraph 21 here you must say that there has been violation of reservation policy and also rank jumping. I'm just referring, I'm not reading that and wasting my lord's time. And look, page 153, 353, 353, instances of corruption.
Page 153.
Page 153
Our
of,
application
of
does not
CAN 2.
can do.
No, that is
Bhattacharya is referring to can do. Materials are being adduced.
Sip.
Can has been allowed subject to maintainability. So, Malan, if Mr. Bhattacharya presses Reliance or presses in this application, we should have a right to file an opposition because these are new materials. These are absolutely new materials. These were not.
They are not
materials. But Mr. Bhattacharya
is
arguing from can do.
of
Can
873.
new material, my lord.
no. CAN 2 was allowed.
Not served upon us.
Why you support? They are আলাদা appeal. ওদের আলাদা appeal.
তুমি তো অ্যাপিলে পার্টি নাও ওই অ্যাপিলে তুমি নেই
It is an application taken out in the appeals prepared by the board.
Yes.
But all the appeals are being heard together. Well, we have our independent appeals. So these can go that you have in-depth argued your matter. So now let us not go into factual issues. Let us find out from him if you are still if you want to address us on any particular point. Please help us also that you can cut it.
Wait, I'm not troubling with CAN 2, CAN 1. Let us come to the paper book itself. Paper book.
Yes.
Now, this is the prepared by the board.
Yes.
I just take your lordship first to the recruitment rules straight away. It's not waste of time on factual aspect.
Yes.
If you want to file affidavit, you file it. Why did you not file so long?
There is no direction for that.
But is it direction necessary for filing affidavit?
It is not necessary. But you are bringing certain materials which are not before the court.
He's arguing on the paper book.
Not Malad. Now he's saying that he is arguing on.
Mr. Shamim is disturbed. Mr. Shamim is the troublemaker. He's a troublemaker. Take appropriate steps. Yes, sir.
Now, my lord, kindly.
Mr. What is
Page 114 of the paper book.
Yes.
This is the selection committee. The board shall constitute selection committee within the jurisdiction of the council with the following members. Well, this is the requirement of the statute. And the selection committee shall function for 2 years. Now, procedure of selection. Now, I do not subscribe to this view that since they had TET 15, therefore the aptitude test is not necessary. The aptitude test is very much necessary for everybody to assess whether he is capable of teaching. We are securing 100 marks in the examination does not entail somebody to be a competent teacher. That's why this aptitude test and viva voce was introduced. Now, this test being very important, my lord, it requires that it should have a compulsory compliance. Otherwise, the rule makers would have simply relied upon the total marks obtained in the examinations.
Yes.
Now, kindly turn to, my lord, the sub-rule 5 of Rule 8. The selection committee shall prepare separate council-wise panel as per procedure below. Firstly, the selection committee shall segregate all eligible candidates applying for earmarked vacancies mentioned in Note 7 to Rule 6 from other successful candidates. First, not shortlisting, if I may use that expression. Secondly, the selection committee shall prepare the following panels for the successful candidates who have applied for non-earmarked. 2 separate panels. One for earmarked, other for non-earmarked. These are the important, kindly keep it in mind. Then a panel of all selected candidates in a district, namely unreserved category, comprising of the names of the candidates belonging to general category and reserved candidates of scheduled caste category, scheduled tribe category, OBC category, serially according to descending order of merit as per existing vacancies medium wise. There has been a definite assertion, my lord, that reservation policy was not followed. That is in the can. This is necessary because of the rules. Then, a panel of selected reserved category candidates in a council, namely scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, so and so, respective category as per statutory reservation from amongst the remaining candidates of such categories, serially according to descending order of merit. Then exempted category, I am not troubling my lord with that. Therefore, the preparation of panel according to merit was without one's mandatory duty of the selection committee. And the allegation is, which is not controverted, that no such panel was ever disclosed. Now then, my lord will kindly come to page 126. This is of 8th of September 2016. And the advertisement was published on 26th of September 2016. And this date is 8th September 2016. Therefore, before the advertisement was published for recruitment, they have the communication with so-called officer in charge in confidential section. Is it the statutory body under the rules or under the act? The officer in charge of confidential section, the reference is test of 2014. I am directed to inform you that the points mentioned below be followed while result would be processed. Therefore, the Secretary of the Primary Education is transferring his statutory duty to an outside agency. What is to be processed? Qualifying marks would be minimum 60%. In case of a candidate with same roll number, result will be kept withheld, and they will be requested to meet the Secretary with all documents within 10 days of the publication of the result. In all other queries, actions to be taken followed in TET 2012. What does it indicate? It indicates that the Secretary, when there is a tally, would have personal interactions.
That is pertaining to TET 2014.
Right. So the TET 24 is one of the eligibility.
TET 2014
is one of the qualifications.
You are successful in that.
Lord, I am showing Lord, the process. Lord, this is a systematic fraud. That systematic fraud was revealed in another proceedings, and which was upheld up to Supreme Court. I am indicating this to show how the system played the role of a fraudster. Then kindly come to me, Lord, next page. This is of 6th February 2014. Now, this company, I do not know what is the qualification of this company. He writes to the President of West Bengal Board of Primary Education, the quotation for printing and delivery of OMR answer sheets and processing of results for candidates appearing at teacher review tests conducted by West Bengal Board of Primary Education. My Lord, again see this is relating to TET, no doubt, but this is the system followed. Here, my Lord, that private agency is writing to President. This is in reference to the discussions we had with you in regard to computerized examination. What is the transparent? Gives quotation. Well, this is the private negotiation, suffering from lack of transparency. And what are the below job description at page 128? Post-examination works. I am just putting across the relevant portions. Scanning of filled up Weimar answer sheet received from the board by Weimar scanning machine and preparation of database files on the scanned data. Then 3, removal of discrepancies relating to roll number and answer sheet number by checking the respective documents physically. Then 5, evaluation of answer sheets data of candidate as per answer keys of different question booklets set as submitted by the board. Then processing of final results as per parameter given by the council and creation of qualified candidates file. This is done by an external agency. Then my Lord will come to page 130. This is of 14th September 2016. Again, I refer Lordship below, the date of advertisement is 26 September. The board is writing to the confidential processor who had written the earlier letter, the rates for confidential works as detailed below. I am directed to state that the results of TET 2014 have been announced on 14 September 16. Now the following works are to be done stage by stage. What are those works? Arrangements are to be made for online application for 1,25,000 TET qualified candidates for collection of fees thereof. Then, after receiving the online applications, Arrangements are to be made for printing of district-wise list for scrutiny verification. Arrangements are to be made to take up scrutiny verification. Then you are requested to submit the rates for above stated works in this board immediately, separately for each stage. That this rate is sought for from the so-called confidential process for recruitment process. After this is post-state. But what was the method of selecting this authority? Then the next page, 131. So-called confidential processor writes. This is in reference to the memo so-and-so and the recent discussions that we had with you on the above subject matter. We are pleased to enclose our proposal for the above assignment. We are confident that you will find our quotation very competitive. With whom? We now look forward to receive your positive response in the said matter. What for? Kindly see the subject. Proposal for online application processing for interview and collection of fees relating to qualified candidates, State 2014. That corruption breeds there. Then my lord will kindly turn to page 133. Page 133, my lord, down below, paragraph 5. Post-interview final panel list. Collection of candidates' data from qualified candidates list of interview test. Candidates' details obtained for extracurricular activities. Training details, viva voce marks, aptitude test and experience marks for para-teacher. Final calculation of overall marks for each candidate. Preparation of panels for candidates merit lead as per rules. Now then, kindly turn to page 134. I believe this is RTI reply. This is based on RTI reply. Serial number 2.
Yes.
প্রাথমিক শিক্ষা পর্ষদ 2016 সালে 20টি জেলাভিত্তিক 42,949 শূন্য পদে নিয়োগের মেধা তালিকা তৈরি ও বরাত পায় এই এস বাসু রায় এন্ড কোম্পানি। এখন প্রশ্ন, জেলা ভিত্তিক, মিডিয়াম ভিত্তিক, ক্যাটাগরি ভিত্তিক মেধা তালিকা আদৌ সঠিকভাবে তৈরি হয়েছিল কি? উদাহরণস্বরূপ ডিপিএসসি হুগলির উদাহরণ দেখানো হলো, যেখানে 264 ধরনের বিষয় ছোট ছোট মেধা তালিকা জুড়ে জেলা ভিত্তিক মূল মেধা তালিকা তৈরি হবার কথা। This is a part of their paper book. And not the DPSC Hugli instance, which is again I say this is the paper book prepared by the board, not by me. And then will kindly turn to page 149. Again, this is of the West Bengal Primary Board.
Yes.
This is on 3rd of March 2023. Information sought was a TET marks and photocopy of AMR sheet of primary TET 2014. TET roll number such and such. The reply is important. Information provided.
Where you are reading?
Page 149. এই ডকুমেন্টটা পড়া যাচ্ছে না, ভালো করে টাইপ করাতে পারো না তো ওদের পেপার বুক হলে তুমি যখন দিচ্ছ করতে পারো না, এটা পড়া যাচ্ছে না। বলে রাইট হ্যান্ড সাইড ইনফরমেশন প্রোভাইডেড pursuant to the converging and unanimous resolution of the former ad hoc committee held on 3rd April 2017 under the chairmanship of the former president of WBPP. The original OMR sheet relating to TET 2014 have been recycled. After completion of storage of the database pertaining to the marks in digital form, photocopy of individual OMR sheet cannot be obtained from RTI application. However, any interested applicant seeking information of the details can obtain on payment of prescribed fees of 500 only by a demand draft drawn in Nationalized Bank in favor of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education. It indicates that OMR sheets are there. They can only provide if you pay 500 rupees.
This is pertaining to TET 2014.
TET 2014. Now, in examples, some of the examples are given at page 153. Showing these facts are already before your Lordship. I'm just giving the references. The persons who secured much below marks were given appointment. The entire bunch is here. আমি affidavit
how the marks obtained beneath your score. Where from do we get it?
But I will give the chart.
This is a chart of the candidates who were
And
appointed breakup.
yes, now vis-a-vis the persons who had secured marks also mentioned.
Yes, but,
Their details are all given in the can which they register us. But these are the source where from your Lordship get it, and your Lordship would, deepest of respect, inquire from the Primary Education Board to satisfy whether these allegations having one single instance really confronts with the records or not. Constitutional court should not really remain confined narrowly that whether you have given detailed pleadings. I have not the detailed material with me. I am mere a candidate. When I find something wrong, I point out. Then, my lord, the responsibility is onus on the authority. I again say, my lord, they are the trustee of the people to ensure that the recruitment process is done properly. They have to satisfy how it is done. Affidavit dao. Pura affidavit dao. Record affidavit. Now, this is the affidavit. It was filed by my lord S. Basu and Company. This is a court of records, and this is a part of record in a proceeding.
Obviously.
this was not there.
Let's kindly come to 221.
Page 21.
This is a truncated affidavit quoted.
20. Part of spiral binding not supported by affidavit.
Very well.
It was before the court bill.
And my lord, these affidavits were filed by the authority in the High Court. High Court is a court of records.
Page 221 is an extract of the
Yes.
filed by the
Well, this is the extract of the affidavit not annexed by. এখানে এলো কি করে?
স্যার আমি বলি কি এই যে এফিডেভিটের পাতাটা এটা নিচের কোর্টে তরুণ জ্যোতিরা ফাইল করেছিল এটা স্পাইরাল বাইন্ডিং
Yes, now I'm told, my lord, this is a part of the spiral binding which was accepted. Before this, now therefore, my lord, let us read the entire affidavit. The entire affidavit I have given lordship for assistance.
that has not been given, Mr.
My lord,
That was not there before the single judge.
yes,
Single judge took
Yes,
this
that was there. This,
which have been annexed.
my lord, this affidavit is a part of, my lord, the paper book.
What we want to point out.
I want to point out the affidavit which has been quoted here. It is partly quoted. I want to place the entire affidavit.
You place it, the allegation which you are making, that is evident from paragraph 26, which have been page 21.
Now, my lord, this page 221, my lord, is a part of an affidavit.
Yes, of course it has to be.
I fail to understand, my lord. I state that the West Bengal Board of Education asked S. Chakraborty. This is paragraph 26 of an affidavit. My lord, they did not annex the entire total affidavit. I want to place the total affidavit to disclose what has happened. Why are they scared of placing an affidavit which is part of the record of this court?
And this affidavit was before the learned single judge?
Yes.
থ্রি স্পাইরাল ইয়েস
হ্যাঁ।
থ্রি স্পাইরাল ছিল সেটা যার নাহলে বোর্ডের এভিডেভিট লুকে গেল
Mr. Mojumdar, finish whatever objection you have, you raise.
No, but
We won't.
But I take the extreme point that this affidavit was not placed before the single judge. But this is an affidavit by a statutory body filed in this High Court. Then can I not? Refer this affidavit will not being the court of record. High Court can you see this record?
Yes, yes.
Yes. That's why I am placing this affidavit.
স্যার এই যে এটা আপনার মার্ক করাটা
মার্ক করে কোথায়?
স্যারের মার্ক করাটা কোথায়? কালকে এটা মার্ক করলো।
কপি অফ দিস
হ্যাঁ সেটা বলো।
ওটা দিল রাকেশ মন্ডলের এভিডেভিট
তো ডিফারেন্ট ম্যাটারতে কি হয়েছে?
আমরা একটা অ্যাফিডেভিটটা প্লেস করব।
already given.
Similar one thing I make it lawsuit. This was not before the learned single judge.
Mr. Sarkar, you have annexed an
Yes.
extract of the affidavit and you are saying that I.
I have not annexed it.
Yes. It's 26. It's 20. দেখি দেন না তো কোনো
Spiral binding, not affidavit.
দেখি দেন পাশাপাশি
Spiral binding contains the
Something.
extract of the evidence.
Not spiral binding, not supported by affidavit.
Oh,
Separate issue that you have already argued, we will take care of it. But this document is when it is there, and if some document is trying to be pointed out to us, we are bound to see that. We should be given copy of that. We will consider that.
আমার অ্যাপিলেন্ট আমি
Sir, it's of the board's evidence.
yes
No, no.
we have given copy to the board, we have preferred a happy board. No.
Mr. Sannal, board has filed a spiral.
No. Petitioner. And most of the documents prepared by them not even belong to the board.
No, the one which you have annexed to 873.
That's spiral binding.
Yes.
So of the petitioners without supporting any affidavit, but most of the documents are not of the board documents. We didn't file any affidavit in that.
করা হয়েছে।
Showing your affidavit, board will answer that.
Well, I kindly have a look
You
at.
are for one of the person, so it is.
I'm for the board.
No, you appeared for.
Well, one I also out appear for the board before your lordship, also for para teachers in one appeal.
এবার কি করে
কেন হয় না?
ওদিকে একদিকে 100
There is
board
no
and another
confirm-
500.
No, I am not representing any
Yeah.
formal to come back.
You argued on the base on the paragraph.
একই
Well,
board
I
এ
argued, I passed with all of them because all of my seniors. That's why I didn't get the chance.
শোনা
No, I'm not
Now,
repeating that. If
Now,
required,
let-
I will repeat.
Understand this paper which contains pages 123 to 237 spiral submitted by the petitioner without evidence. You have said that. Now we are whatever is there, it is there. He wants to point out something from the affidavit, a part of which was annexed to that spiral. Let us see.
Well, that's affidavit not in connection with this matter.
doesn't matter.
That is,
Well,
let us see, Mr. Thandal, let us see.
Look, this is an affidavit filed in
Yes,
কপি দিয়েছি সবাইকে দেবো না স্যার, শুধু বোর্ডকে দেবো।
yes.
দেখালে কোনো প্রবলেম নেই।
Namala,
কপি উইল গিভেন টু
this was an affidavit by, well, I know why they are not really getting scared. This is affidavit,
By one Kaushik Mantri.
yes, Basu Rai Chaudhary.
Yes.
I state that Mrs. Basu Rai Company is a partnership firm. Well, there are 4 partners. I do not want to trouble that. Kindly come to paragraph 5. I state that as directed by the Honorable Justice Obijit Gangobata on 20th January 2023, I am hereby affirming this affidavit in opposition. I state that in or about month of February 2014, the president of the West Bengal board asked Mr. Gautam Mukherjee, the partner of Basu Rai Chaudhary, to give quotation. Now, this goes to the root. That's why they are scared of this. The partner of Basu Rai Chaudhary,
This goes to the root pertaining to date 2014.
No,
Which you participated and you were
no,
successful.
I am not on that.
No, your argument is that even if I am successful, but after getting the documents, I find that in the TET examination also this corruption originated. It was given to a private person.
Right. My point is right. And that's
Hearing only on that now. We have already told you that TET 2014
It's over.
examination is over. You were successful. There is no prayer in the writ petition that turned down the TET 2014.
I am not on that. But-
You are arguing, you are saying if there is a trustee,
I say systematic fraud, how generated. Milord, this is more important, Milord, than Milord.
This is like Mr. Vadaraji, after new materials come, something. Litigation has to end at a particular stage. This argument which you are advancing, that see from the records, that where from the, because you are arguing systematic fraud for striking down the entire in support of such contention.
Yes, right, so. Right, so. My Lord, absolutely right.
Yes, anything else you want to show us?
Yes, it is important. Let me place it. I state that, about the month of February 2014, President of the Board asked Mr. Gautam Mukherjee, the partner of Basu Rai Chaudhuri, to give a quotation for working of printing and delivery of OMR sheet processing of 10/2014. This is the source, Milord, where this Basu Rai Chaudhuri comes. Then kindly come to, Milord, paragraph 8.
Yes.
West Bengal Primary Board accepted the quotation. But this is purely, Milord, a private arrangement between one company's agent with the president of the board for selection of, Milord, the agency to conduct examination, which started at TET, it continued in the selection process also.
Now this date 2014 conduct, way manner it was conducted, is there any rule to that effect? 820?
No, there is no specific rule under 840. But so far the selection is concerned, there is. And the
state conduct the date examination, there was
no rule. But Milord, in the selection, there is a rule where, Milord,
agency can be brought.
Yes, and the specialized agency, Milord, was chosen in what manner, that is more fundamental.
Yes, that you show us.
That I am showing. Therefore, here, Milord, admittedly,
we have understood what you have.
Yes. Therefore, this is, Milord, only Basu Rai Chaudhuri partner. He was approached by the president, give your quotation, I accept your quotation. That is more important, because I shall demonstrate how these points went up to the Supreme Court also. Then I state that as per the direction of the West Bengal Primary Education Basu Rai Company complied the order mentioned in the letter. I say that then paragraph 11, I say that the West Bengal Primary Education some guidelines to prepare the result as per their guidelines. Then paragraph 12, I state that, this is very important. West Bengal Board of Primary Education further intimated Basu Rai Chaudhuri that if the Honorable High Court would direct to publish the result on 14 September 2016, the same would be published on that day. I state that as per the instruction of the Board of Primary Education, Mrs. Basu Rai Company did the job. Therefore, the Basu Rai Company, Milord, published the result of 2016, 14 September 2016.
Of date 20.
No. 2014, sorry, yes. Then,
yes.
The paragraph 15. I state that the West Bengal Primary Education on 14 September 16 by letter asked us to develop an online application portal for the qualified candidates for submission of details and collection of fees and for scrutiny verification for the qualified candidates for recruitment. I state that as per instruction direction given by the West Bengal Primary Education on so and so, Basu Rai gave a proposal to the Board of Primary Education for doing such work. I state that the West Bengal Primary Education notified a link would be created for the qualified candidates to fill up their details by and pay the required fees for the same. Said notification was published for vacancy of 41,559. Herefrom, the selection process of recruitment starts. I state that the West Bengal Board of Primary Education directed Basu Rai to provide a scrutiny verification as per the district-wise. Same was submitted to the West Bengal Board along with the attendance sheet. The scrutiny verification has provisions for writing vivavocy marks, aptitude marks, and so and so. Then I skip over the other paragraphs. Kindly come to paragraph 23. I say that as per the requirement of the West Bengal Primary Board, Basu Rai Company updated the same in data of the candidates and sent to the board a final error list containing errors marked by the system for checking and get it verified. Then again, board updated the final list and sent it to them. Then paragraph 26, which was truncatedly annexed in the paper book, that's important. That's why I placed the entire paragraph to show the source. I state that the West Bengal Primary Board asked Basurai Company to prepare the initial empanelment list for trained and untrained candidates. That the said list was prepared by the company and delivered to the West Bengal Primary Education Board, indicated below. The figures are there, I'm not troubling. These details are there.
It is page 7, 8, 9
Right.
were annexed
Yes,
in the spiral binding by the petition,
by the petition.
omitting the question pertaining to TET
Yes.
because they were successful.
But the petitioner did not appreciate that the source, if it is tainted, it goes to the root. Then we'll kindly come to paragraph 32. He is only surviving partner. And I am told Namla he is no more in the world. Mr. Gautam Mukherjee. Therefore, the Basurai, all the partners are no more now available.
This person is there, Maji.
So Kartik Maji, I am not sure. I am told he is in custody. I am not sure. Kaushik Maji. The Kaushik Maji was in custody. He
Gautam Mukherjee, Barindranath Das, and Kaushik Maji. Ashok Maji, Gautam Mukherjee, Barindranath Das all have.
All died. Kaushik Maji is alive. He is in custody.
Oh, he's in custody.
Oh, I'm now recently granted bail. But these I simply repeat, these I place to show that the fixation of everything initiated with a
Private
corrupt mind by selecting an individual. Well, I would have appreciated that they have floated a tender that we want the experts who are in the field, please apply. Well, the similar situation was in case of SSC, where 3 persons were called, 2 were rejected on the same ground, they are the government agencies, and 3rd person was appointed, handing over the appointment letter on the very same day. The court said this is the initiation of systematic fraud.
24 of the division.
That would you actually get the reference to division bench judgment at paragraph 324. Division bench judgment also আছে বোধহয় SSC judgment.
Oh,
SSC.
no,
I want to show that that was the foundation.
One
NISA. One NISA was the selection process of NISA was found to be absolutely corrupt. I am referring to paragraph 324 of the division bench judgment.
324.
I have handed over.
There we shall take note.
I'm just read out. May I read out that part?
Paragraph
324.
Page number 685 compilation.
I am told that's a part of compilation, page 685.
Judgment compilation. All judgment compilation, Mr. Bhattacharya.
No, we have the compilation of judgments.
Compilation of judgment.
That it is given.
Yes.
Today, yes.
No, no.
अरे इटा मुझे आचे तो ना
Okay. Yes.
কথা बोलो ना I am reading out very lightly. Significantly, Messrs. NISA had been appointed without an open tender. SSC had selected NISA ostensibly on the ground of it being the lowest tenderer from amongst a chosen few who were asked to participate. The parameters, qualification required to participate remains undisclosed. Despite requests being made in court to SSC, no explanation has been provided by SSC in course of the hearing as to how and why such a course of action had been undertaken in identifying the instrumentality who was to scan and evaluate the OMR sheets. Documents that had been made available on record does not suggest that competency, efficiency, and whether Mrs. Naisa has the requisite expertise to undertake such exercise was not considered by SSC at all. Letter of appointment of Naisa contains only 2 lines, which requires Naisa to scan and evaluate the OMR sheets. No other terms and conditions of the appointments have been specified. The appointment letter has been received by the one employee of NISA from the office of the SSC. Then SSC had destroyed the original OMR sheets ostensibly by keeping the mirror image thereof in server. CBI did not, well, this is on different card. Then G26.
Tender was doubted. In that case, similarly here, no tender, no reason why you have been selected. And this is a private body.
Private body, one individual is talking to the chairman and chairman is doing.
And confidential section.
Confidential section. Now that I shall straightway take your lordship to the affidavit by the board.
Affidavit by the board.
Paper book 1.
One page wala.
এখানে মার্ক 315 মার্ক 359 on.
That is affidavit by the body that which means
But in the volume 2 of the paper book.
359.
But I shall show you how the present president wanted to avoid the responsibility. At page 359. I, Dr. Gautam Pal, he is the present president, he is affirming this affidavit.
he said that I have no records not available in my office. I have newly joined. I don't know anything.
Now, every authority has an institutional memory, but they don't have individual memory. The president, being satisfied that the earlier president has committed something, wanted to shirk the responsibility by making this statement.
Volume 2, volume 3.
Yes.
Now, my lord, I read, my lord, in spite that lordship recollect, still, my lord, I take the opportunity to read it. Paragraph 4. From the records available in my office, it is evident that in the 2060 recruitment process, marks were given by the selectors both in interview as also in aptitude test. Then, based on the records, I submit with utmost respect that the coherence which can be drawn thus far from such grant of marks by the selectors for the aptitude test to candidate is that such aptitude test was held. No positive assertion that yes, aptitude tests were held. He was trying to draw a logical conclusion. Since marks were given, therefore test was held. Then, in 2022, recruitment process which commenced after I assumed office, board has taken various steps. Now he is now building up the safeguard which are first of its kind. Can you understand this? Taken various steps which are first of its kind to be introduced in the recruitment process. First of its kind after the assumed charge. Therefore, there was nothing before. The interview and aptitude test of a candidate for 2022 recruitment process is being taken in one single day centrally in board's office in batches. This is introduction by him after 2022, which was not there earlier. Then kindly come to the next page. This speaks of 2022.
2020.
Now, in the next affidavit is also important. He had filed another affidavit at page 363.
That is aptitude experts.
We have a list, but we have no list that who were sent. I will place that.
That is what she has observed in the judgment.
Therefore, these are then factual aspects admitted by the board, who is not authorized under the law to conduct the examination.
List of interviewers who not the persons appointed to take the interview.
Interview
That
board was
was
never constituted.
Interview board was never contacted.
Yes, the no interview was board was may I place this is important. It was kindly permit me, Lord.
The next day could.
Next day, बोले वो 4:30 बजे.
Next day.
Opposition.
When can you?
Not subject to your lordship's convenience, I will.
Opposition to the plan, sir. Please,
দাঁড়াও না.
sir. Can't the door cut, sir?
কি বলছি দেখো.
আরে কি বলছো?
সব দেখাবো.
এয়ার ড্রপ করে দেবো, এয়ার ড্রপ করবো।
আর তোমরা যে ফিজিওলজি সার্ভ করো, আরে তোমরাকে তো আমরা পার্টি মনে করি, ইউ আর নট ইভেন নেসেসারি পার্টি। বোর্ড ইজ দি অথরিটি, বোর্ড ডিসাইড করবে।
Keeping on 18th that.
No, not 18th. 18th, the Supreme Court is fixed. But 20th.
20th শনিবার, না না, হ্যাঁ 20th শনিবার।
তাহলে পরের সোমবার। Hopefully.
Then we keep it on 17th at 2 p.m.
17th.
Wednesday.
But I shall try, but by chance, if it is not concluded, then I have to leave for 18th.
ছুটি হবে।
But since I have to be there on the 18th Supreme Court, there's another service matter.
He will be there on your part. Don't worry. He will be there on your part. Then I have nothing to do. Then I can leave. 17th, it is not possible for you.
It is possible to the extent that if it is not finished, then it will again will not spill over.
You have to leave early. Then you tell us what which date you want.
That starts, my lord.
Habeas corpus matter we have delivered.
But except 17, any date will not suits my lord's diary, I would expect.
17 and